Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. You're okay. You're okay. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. I gotta empty this thing, huh? Hey, Mina. Oh, Mina's here. Say hi, Mina. Empty this. Let's empty it right now. So that we have space for more pods as we make all the coffee that we need. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. How are you all? Hope everyone is good. As you can see, somebody is awake currently. That's okay, I have a fix for it. Just you wait. We got a new thing that I'll show you guys to keep her entertained during this time. I know. You want to go right now? Just give mommy a second to make coffee and then we'll go, okay? Yeah, my new slime came to the office and he said, hey, which one did you get? A host of things in the car just lurking in the background. Like, hello, lurkersons. Amanda's being lurkersons today. Looking at lurkersons. Good morning, everybody. She's so curious. It's so cool. So she got one of those activity tables, with a little chair, so she can sit on it while we do all the things. The red one, blue one, oh, that one's really good. She's been good this week. I have faith that she's happy. She's in a good mood. Yeah. Good mood. Good mood, good mood. La 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 la. Good mood, la 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 la. Right? We can even start with an ice pop ahead of it so that we can maximize our time. Right, Angel Face? Yeah. Mommy needs coffee first, though. Can Mommy have coffee first, please? I think if I had to guess, she's probably going to be like maybe 5'6" or 5'7", but she's not in a high percentile for height. Everyone says she reads really tall on camera, and then when they meet her in person, they're like, oh, she's small. I think she just looks bigger on camera for some reason. Maybe it's because everyone thinks I'm tall and they don't realize how short I really am. But she's only in like the 50-something percentile for height. Yeah, it could be the position in the sun. I know. Yes, I know. Yeah. Sunbeam is assisting. I know, it's nice, right? Sunbeam is helping us out. I know where you are. I know you want to go and you think, but you just gotta give Mommy 2 seconds. 2 seconds for Mommy. I know. You got to hold 2 babies yesterday. Hey. Baby, we can calm down a little bit. Baby, we can calm down a little bit. Baby, we can calm down a little bit. Calm down a little bit. Do. Calm down a little bit. Do. Calm down a little bit. A little bit of calm down time. Calm down time. We're gonna calm down just a little bit. Yes, we are. Good morning, everybody. Yes, we are. Mommy needs a shot in her coffee because Mommy is a very tired girl. Oh, I almost broke. Uh-oh. Oh. The machine is having some... They call you the baby whisperer. That's really cute. All the upset babies. Aww. Oh my gosh, why are these all stuck? Okay. Whew. That was scary. Cannot afford to have a broken machine. No. DNT tongue ties, upset babies. Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of upset babies. Yes. A lot of upset babies with tongue ties. Yes, yes, yes. Haba, 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 haba. Should we move the tripod now while the coffee is brewing? Yeah, you have good news. That's wonderful. We love good news. You guys want to see her new thing? I can show you. If I flip this, this is her new little like activity chair or whatever that I am going to put her in, so that we can have a pediatric appointment for my stomach. Oh, that's amazing. Very good. Very good, Isabella. Okay, so I'm actually going to not start her in that though, because I want to maximize the time. I have to get my glasses. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we have my coffee and my glasses and your ice pop. Let's take you out and you can have your ice pop while you play on the floor for a few minutes, and then you can go in your chair. How about that? How about that? How about that? Look, look it. Look, look. Ice pop. Ice pop. Yummy. So yummy. Okay. Ring saying go over here. Don't sit on your glasses, Sasha. That would be bad. Also, that's wonderful, Isabella. Those are all great things. All great things. All right, so we are here. We are on the floor. I am trying to oh, I've got stuff on my shirt already. Okay, fun day for me. I'm gonna put my glasses on. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. It is just frozen grapes inside of a thing so that they can't choke her. It's like a little mesh thing that you can put fruit inside and freeze them, and so that it has little holes in it, so they only get just the little bit of it, and they can't choke on it because it's stuck inside the thing, but it tastes good. It means that I don't have to worry about her sticking it all the way in her mouth, you know what I mean? You want to sit up? You want to sit in your chair and eat that? Here, you can put you in the puppy chair. I'm gonna go in the puppy chair and eat it. There you go. Is that fun? Yeah, that's nice, huh? Here you go. Wow, who's a big girl? Who's a big girl? Are you sitting and eating? You're such a big girl. Yeah, she does like it. She likes them a lot. And it takes her a while to get the juice because they're frozen, so she has to like really melt it with her mouth, which is really useful for me, huh? It's good for mommy, huh? Although grapes I do like the puffy chair. We like it a lot, actually. We've used it a lot, and it inflates itself. I mean, what more could you want? You don't have to get like a separate thing to inflate it. You don't need like a or whatever. It just has a little thing on the front that you press on, and it inflates itself. We've taken it to the beach. We took it to Florida, like, because it can deflate and go in your suitcase. It's been great. And she was able to sit in it longer, like earlier than like a high chair and whatever like that, because it's puffy, so it keeps them safe and up. We like it. And it was cheap. What was it, like $9 on TikTok Shop or something like that? I didn't think it was going to be as great as it is. But anyway, should we read more Land of Stories? What do you think? We are in the middle of chapter 10, which is the Red Riding Hood Kingdom. And let's find out what happens in the Red Riding Hood Kingdom. Are you ready? She's like this. I want to get one for my niece. Yeah, do it. Just do it, Nisa. I mean, I don't know, we use it a lot, actually, I have to say. We've definitely gotten all of our money's worth for it. Compared to some other stuff, for sure. Okay. Just past Humpty Dumpty's wall was a small hill with a well on top of it, and a sign pointing to the hill said, Jack and Jill Hill. In the middle of the park was a circular fountain. A statue of a young shepherd boy stood in the center of it, and water poured out from the mouths of the sheep that were under him. The carved dedication of the fountain read, In memory of the boy who cried wolf, you were a liar, but you were loved. The twins were enthralled by everything they were getting to see, and strange looks were coming from the villagers and townspeople. This place reminds me of that miniature golf course in town, Connor said. Not the one by us, but like the really legit one across town, the one where all the rich kids live. And at the edge of town, with the best view of the park, was Red Riding Hood's castle. You can finish it. It's yummy, huh? Yeah, so yummy. Is that so yummy? It is, I know. The castle had 4 tall towers, and it could be seen from anywhere in town. It appropriately had red walls with dark red roofs. A moat circled the castle, and it had its own water mill. Why are you hitting it, honey? Here. Well, you dropped it. Since you dropped it, this is what it looks like for those of you who are wondering. So I just have a grape inside there, and she chews on it till it pops open. You gotta chew harder, though. Yeah. You want mommy to squeeze it for you? Look. Rawr. Rawr. There you go. Here. There you go. Yummy? Delicious. 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 You're mad at it because the juice isn't coming out? Here. Mommy will do it. Here. Look. If I smush it, look it. See? There. Now taste it. Wow. Grape juice. There you go. That's better, huh? Is that exciting or what? Mm-hmm. She said, mm-hmm. I'm laughing with you. Anyway. The castle looked massive from far away. However, as the twins moved closer to it, they realized it wasn't very big at all. It was just built to look big. The moat around it was so small that one of the twins could easily have stepped over it. I bet your Red Riding Hood's basket is somewhere in there, Connor said. And Alex retrieved the journal from out of her bag and began reading the specifics of collecting the basket to Connor. Unlike every other palace or castle, Red Riding Hood isn't very difficult to break into. The castle was built so quickly after the CRAWL revolution that the builders forgot to add some of the basic necessities. The kitchen windows are located in the back of the castle, and they have no locks on them. The Red Riding Hood kingdom is the safest and the smallest of all the kingdoms, and therefore they're a little short-handed on soldiers and guards. The halls of the castle are only patrolled until midnight, and the guards don't return until dawn. That's the handle, honey. No juice in the handle. Here you go. Chew. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Sneak into the castle between midnight and dawn through the kitchen windows and stay away from the main halls. You should be fine. Queen Red Riding Hood has a special room in her chambers devoted to all the baskets that she's acquired and been given over the years. Find this room and you'll find her very first basket, the one she took to her grandmother's house all those years ago. You don't even need to collect the whole basket. You just need a small chunk of the tree bark that surrounds the rim. It should be easy to identify as there's already a chunk of tree bark missing from when I collected it. Interesting. Interesting. She's looking at me like this. What? Like I just said something absolutely insane, as if she doesn't say the same thing all day. Listen, honey, here's the situation. You got this. I know you got this. There you go. See how yummy it is when you suck on it and melt the grape? You got this now. And I was just hoping we could ring the doorbell and ask for it, Connor said. And Alex looked up at the towers and the windows, and she wondered which window belonged to the room that they would find the basket in. And as she looked up at the castle, something else entirely caught her eye. My intonation was wrong. She is very talkative this morning. Here you go, honey. Yeah? Yeah, chew on that there. Look at all that juice coming out. Yummy grape juice. Grape juice is so yummy. Here. Mommy will squish it a little more. Look at that. Yummy. There you go. There you go. Suck on it like that. Hey, look over there, Alex said and pointed up to the sky. Connor turned to look in the direction that she was pointing, and sticking straight up into the air, 100 feet or so, was an enormous beanstalk. A beanstalk, honey. Honey, it was a beanstalk. No, this is important. You have to focus. It was a beanstalk, sweet girl. Okay. That must be Jack's beanstalk, Alex said. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Well, no, but I'm sure you're going to tell me you want to go see this beanstalk. And Connor said before he could finish, Alex had taken off toward the beanstalk. There she goes, honey. There she goes. Oops, what have I done here? I accidentally kicked this thing and I dislodged something, which is not supposed to happen. Hold on. What have I done? Oh, dear. Can Mommy fix it? Okay, I need to not kick that while I'm sitting here. I thought it was just, I don't know, differently attached. Okay. The twins ran through the town like they had taken the trail leading out of it to get toward the beanstalk. They passed a few cottage homes and more farmland as they traveled. It was much further than they had thought, and eventually they saw the base of the beanstalk up ahead. It was thick, and it was curly, and it had huge leaves. It grew right next to an old, decrepit shack that was only large enough to have one room inside of it. A little way behind the beanstalk and the shack was a large and elegant manor with yellow bricks and enough chimneys and windows to hold 12 rooms. Which one of those is Jack's house? Connor asked as they approached the beanstalk. You know which one it is? Go ahead, tell us if you know. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You don't know. You never read this book. Yeah? Yeah? I don't know if you heard that song, Stephanie, no spoilers. Yeah, no spoilers. I don't know if you could hear that sound, but that's her kicking the little thing that inflates it. Do you hear this? That's just the sound of the little inflatey thing. She can't deflate it, but she can always like kick it and it'll add like a little bit more air to it, which is fine, obviously. Here, chew on this and then I'll put you in your chair. Yeah, okay. Are you all done? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You want to go in your chair right now? But you look like you're still chewing on it. Yeah, you're still chewing on it. Alex looked at it for a moment until she figured it out. Well, that shack must be where Jack lived with his mother when they were poor, and then after he defeated the giant and he became rich, they must have built this new home just behind it, she said happily. They're both his. As soon as I get her out of it, I'll show you what the chair looks like. You're all done? Okay. All done. Mommy will put you in the big chair, and then you can play. But first I have to put the cap on this, because we don't want it leaking juice all over the place. Okay, here you go. Whoa, whoa. Can you put your feet down? Feet down. Feet down. Feet down. Feet down, sweet girl. Feet down. There we go. Feet down. Feet down. There you go. You're all settled. Oops. Oopsie-daisy. Oh dear, hold on. Mommy really didn't reattach this right, did she? Okay. No, hold on. Mommy has to reattach it properly. Hold on. Oh dear, sweetheart. Oh dear. That doesn't seem right, does it? I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Ah, there we go. Mommy fixed it. It's all better. We fixed it. We fixed it. Whew. Okay. This is what the puffy chair looks like. And we just put a blanket in it to make it softer. And this thing is the inflatey thing. And it just like, can add more air to it, and then if you just pop this open, it'll deflate. Yeah, so that is her inflated chair. And now she's in her activity chair, and she can spin in circles and play with all the activities, huh? Right? That's right. You're very welcome, Roxy. You're very welcome. Okay, let's keep going, shall we? Here. Yeah. Yeah, here's all your toys. Yes, the Christmas mug remains. Hey, Liz. Good morning. We're just finishing up chapter 10 for anyone who's just popping in. Connor shrugged. He had no reason to doubt Alex's guess. You're being filtered? Well, that's not good. Finally, it's working. Woo, woo, woo. Look how tall it is, Alex said once they reached the base of the beanstalk. It would take a lot of bravery to climb that. And then just then they heard a door slam and a man came out of the manor. He was young and tall, with short hair and broad shoulders. He was very good looking, but he wore a subdued expression. He carried an axe and a log. It just asked me how I like the interaction on this live. Oh, well, I hope you like it a lot. Alex, look, Connor whispered. Do you think that's Jack? I don't know, she whispered back. Let's ask him. The man set up on the log, chopping the block in front of the yard, and began chopping that log into smaller pieces. Hi there, Alex said, being extra friendly. Hello, the man said, never looking up from the chopping. Are you Jack? Connor asked him. Yup, the man said. Do you need something? No, we're just traveling around, Alex said. We saw your beanstalk from all the way across town, and we wanted to get a closer look. Yep. Many people do, Jack said. I have to chop it down once a week because it grows so fast. Oh, I see you now, Nikki. Yeah, an inflatable bumbo. Yeah, basically, yeah. His expression barely changed as he chopped the wood. Was he just accustomed to random people approaching his home and beanstalk, so much so that he had become numb to it? Well, you have a lovely home, Alex said. Except for that eyesore out there in front, Connor said and nodded back toward the shack. Connor, be polite. I've turned it into a little workshop, Jack told them. He finished chopping the wood and he collected the pieces in his hands and went to the shack and slammed the door behind him. Well, someone isn't very much of a conversationalist, Connor said. I wonder what's wrong with him. He seems so different. Have you met him before? Connor asked. Sometimes he wondered if she'd forgotten that they were from a completely different world. No, I just mean he's like different from the way that he's been described, Alex said. He was just always so energetic and adventurous. I wonder what's troubling him. Well, maybe he just doesn't like people coming up to his house, Connor said. If I were him, I'd get really annoyed with it too. Connor had another sarcastic comment to add, but he was distracted by a high-pitched sound coming from inside the manor. Hey, wait, do you hear that? Connor asked Alex. It sounds like singing. They both turned to face the manor as a set of window shutters were pushed open. The twins wouldn't have believed it if they hadn't been so close, but standing behind the open window was a golden woman. She happily sang a soprano ballad as loudly as she could, and a set of strings played along with her, but the twins couldn't see where the music was coming from. Oh, the day is here, and so am I, to wistfully dream birds that fly. If I had legs, I'd see the world and travel away. But I'm only a harp, and this window is where I shall stay. She turned to face the twins as she sang the final note, and they noticed a set of strings were connected to her back. The strings played magically along with her voice. She was a magical harp. Hello, children, I didn't see you there, the harp said, and Alex jumped down. Are you the magical harp? She asked. The one that Jack saved from the giant? The one and only, the harp said, and she struck a dramatic pose. Thank God he did, because giants have terrible taste in music. You wouldn't believe the numbers he forced me to perform for him. All the lyrics were about eating sheep, stepping on villagers. Would you like me to sing for you? No thanks, Connor said, and the harp took offense to this. I remember that day like it was yesterday, the harp said. There I was, minding my own business, being a slave for the giant, when suddenly the skinny little peasant boy walks by, and I was like, hey there, why don't you rescue me? I could use some rescuing. And the next thing I know was zooming down the beanstalk, being chased by the giant. Jack chopped down the beanstalk and the giant fell to his death. Splat! Right on top of Bo Peep Farms. It was quite a day. Wow, how terrifying, Alex said. Oh, it was the most excitement I'd had in hundreds of years. Everything worked out just wonderfully, though. Jack and his mother became rich. I wasn't a slave anymore, and the Bo Peep family had the giant as the best fertilizer their farm had ever had. That is so wrong, Connor said to himself. And what are you two doing here? The harp asked them with such a big smile, and Alex and Connor looked at each other, both afraid to answer. Well, we're just visiting, Alex said. We've never been to the Red Riding Hood Kingdom before. Yeah, we were in town and we saw the beanstalk and we just wanted to get a closer look, Connor said. Well then, welcome, the harp said. Don't you just love it here? I know I do. I've been around the world and I've never felt more comfortable, more safe than here. The people are all friendly farmers. The best part is no wolves allowed. Are you two thinking of moving? Wouldn't that be nice? I think you should move here and then you can visit me every day. The harp was very chatty and the twins could tell that she was desperate for attention. Spending every day cooped up in the house couldn't be easy. We're actually on our way home, Connor said. We just have to stop at Red Riding Hood's castle and then we'll be on our way. We've never been here before. Oh, you should have Jack take you there, the harp said. He's headed there this afternoon to meet with Queen Red Riding Hood. He is? Alex asked. Yes, said the harp. He visits her at the end of every week and brings her a handmade basket every time. The harp looked side to side to make sure no one else was listening. There was no one else in sight. Now, you didn't hear this from me, but, the harp said with excitedly gossip in her eyes, Queen Red Riding Hood calls him to her castle every week and proposes to him. Poor thing's been in love with him since they were kids. Really? Alex said. Does that mean they're getting married? Oh, heavens no, the harp said. Jack can't stand her. He turns her down every time. Why would he do that? Doesn't he want to be the king? Connor asked her. No, his heart belongs to someone else, the harp said sadly, and the strings on her back began to play a sad chord. Who does he love? Alex asked. Let me guess, Connor said. Little Miss Muffet. Of course not, the harp said. Miss Muffet married Georgie Porgy, but everyone knows he has had countless affairs. But that's another story. Back to Jack, Alex said. Oh, right. I'm not sure who he's in love with. I've never seen her, the harp said. All I know is he's never been the same since she moved away. Alex and Connor looked at each other with the same questioning expression. Who could it be? Who was the reason that he seemed so gloomy? The doors of the shack opened and Jack emerged with a basket made of the pieces of wood that he had just chopped. Hey, oh, sorry. Hey, Jack, I have a wonderful idea, the harp called out. Why don't you take these two to the castle with you? They've never seen inside it before. Jack seemed hesitant. Please, Mr. Jack, Alex pleaded, we won't be any trouble. Come on, Jack, make their day, the harp pleaded. All right, Jack said, and Jack turned and began traveling back toward the town. The twins ran after him. Thank you so much, Alex called back to the harp. You're welcome, the harp said. Come back and visit me, please. Jack was a very fast walker. His legs were much longer than the twins, so they found it difficult to keep up with him. It's very kind of you to let us tag along with you, Alex said to Jack, but he never even looked up from the ground. You're not much of a talker, are you? Connor said. I don't have much to say, Jack said. Connor nodded at him. He understood completely. As they neared the town, Alex pulled Connor aside. How lucky is this, she said. If we get inside the castle, get hold of the basket, we'll be out of this kingdom in no time. They traveled into the town and reached the castle, and there was a set of large wooden doors at the castle's entrance. Jack knocked on the door, and a moment later a small window in the middle of the door opened, and a set of eyes appeared. Who goes there?" a voice on the other side of the door said. "It's Jack," Jack said. "Again." "Who's that behind you?" the voice demanded, and the eyes looked over Jack's shoulder to Alex and Connor. They awkwardly waved back. What are your names again?" Jack asked the twins. "Alex and Connor," Alex told him and gave a thumbs up. "All right, these are my friends, Alex and Connor. They're accompanying me to the castle today," Jack said. And the doors opened and the twins followed Jack inside of the castle. It felt like a condensed version of Cinderella's castle. The halls weren't quite as long, the furniture wasn't quite as nice, and there weren't as many portraits on the wall, and they were all of Queen Red Riding Hood at various ages in different poses, each one more grand than the last. The twins waited with Jack in a hall outside another set of doors, and Jack knocked on the door and immediately took a seat on the bench outside of it. "This is always the part that takes a moment," Jack said, and a series of footsteps, a sound of rushing, came from the other side of the doors. "Wait, don't open the door. I'm not ready yet," someone whispered. "Hand me that cake. No, not that one, the other one. No, the one with the hood. Hurry." Jack began to whistle as he waited. That wasn't a very good whistle. Let's try that again. Do we think we can whistle better than that, sweetheart? Nope, apparently today I can't whistle. There we go, that's better. She thinks it's fascinating. She's watching my mouth like crazy. She goes like this. Like, huh? "How do I look? What about my dress? It just doesn't seem right, does it, to you?" the whispers continued. All right, whatever. I'm ready. Let him in. Quickly, come on." Jack stood up just as the doors were opened by a pink-faced and out-of-breath handmaiden. She escorted Jack inside, and the twins followed. They entered a long room with tall windows on both sides, and the walls were covered in more portraits of the queen. Looking up from the floor was a giant wolf head with red eyes and a set of sharp teeth. It looked just like one of the wolves the twins had seen in the dwarf forest, and it alarmed them at first before they discovered it was just a wolfskin rug spread out on the floor. Miska is fascinated with book club and must be able to see the screen today. "Oh, hello, sweet puppy doggo." The twins knew without asking that the rug must have been the big bad wolf at one point. At the very end of the room, perched elegantly, almost too elegantly, was a large throne on which sat Queen Red Riding Hood. Are you ready for this, sweet girl? This is our moment. Red Riding Hood has arrived. She's here. "Hello, Jack," Red Riding Hood said, and Red Riding Hood was a very pretty young woman around the same age as Jack. She had bright blue eyes and blonde hair that was done up glamorously behind her crown. She wore a long red gown with a matching hooded cape and a pink corset. She wore a necklace with massive diamonds. Her shoulders were completely bare, and she wore a pair of long gloves with sparkly rings on her fingers. "Who were you, Sasha?" "I don't know what you mean, Roxy. Who was I? I'm Sasha. I'm just Sasha." "Oh, I didn't even know that you sent the quiz. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know where you sent it. I didn't get any emails from you." She was showing way too much skin and wearing makeup, and she was dressed too well for the middle of the day. Hello, Red," Jack said. "What a surprise. I wasn't even expecting you," she said. "Uh-huh," Jack said. "And I see that you brought guests?" Red asked. She was not happy to see that she and Jack were not alone. "Yep, this is Alex and Connor," Jack said. "Hello," Alex said bashfully. "What's up, Red?" Connor said, and then he was elbowed by his sister. "Hello," Red said behind a clenched and very fake smile. "Welcome to my castle. Please have a seat." Red clapped her hands, and two servants placed a very large cushy chair right next to her throne for Jack to sit on. Then they brought Alex and Connor each a small stool to sit on some distance away from Red and Jack. Jack moved the chair back away from the throne a couple of feet before sitting down on it. He handed Red the basket that he had made for her. "Is this for me?" Red asked him. "Oh my god, how thoughtful. You are just too sweet for words. I will cherish it." "Yeah, you always do,"
Jack said. So tell me, what's new with you? Red asked Jack. She was leaning toward him as far as she possibly could without falling off of her throne. Really nothing much, Jack said. Same old, same old. His body language made it obvious that he was ready to leave the moment that he had sat down. How's, the kingdom? He asked. Oh, I never really bother myself much with talk of the economy and security and peasant needs and blah, 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 Red said. My granny takes care of all of that for me. She's so much better at it than I would be anyway. Red got tired of holding the basket, and she snapped her fingers, and a handmaiden collected it from her. Put that with the others, Red instructed. The handmaiden collected it from her and headed out of the room, and the twins figured this was their chance. Oh, may we see the others? Alex asked. The others? Red asked. The other baskets? Alex said, and Red was looking at her peculiarly. My brother, he just loves baskets, Alex said. Connor nodded, going along with it. Yeah, I mean, I do. They're like my favorite thing ever, Connor said. You know what they say? Life's better with baskets. Oh, if you wish, she said, and she shooed them off. Red was staring at them as if they were the strangest people she had ever met. Alex and Connor jumped off and followed the handmaiden out of the room and down the hall. Oop, oop, oop. You want this? Here. Here, look. Ba. So, where does Queen Red Riding Hood keep all of her baskets? Alex asked the handmaiden and then winked at Connor. She wasn't very good at playing dumb. Well, she has a chamber dedicated entirely to baskets, the handmaiden said. So she has a basket room? Connor asked. Yes, and if you received as many as she did in a year, you probably would too, the handmaiden said. How many baskets are we talking about? Connor asked. Oh, you'll see, the handmaiden said. And she opened the door, and the three of them walked inside. The room was twice the size of the room they had just been in, and was filled from floor to ceiling with thousands and thousands of baskets. Are you screaming about the baskets, or what's the sitch? You want more of this? Yummy? Is that so yummy? So yummy? Yeah. Some were on shelves, some were stacked neatly, and others were just piled around the room. The handmaiden tossed the basket from Jack into the pile and left the room. The queen gets them for her birthdays, holidays, and any special occasions, the handmaiden said. Some of them were from villagers, some from friends, others from the monarchs of neighboring kingdoms. Alex and Connor stared at the room with their mouths open. How were they ever going to find the original basket looking through all of this? Do you mind if we have a look around? Alex managed to say through her shock. I suppose, the handmaiden said, and she looked at the twins curiously and then left the inside of the basket room. Okay, you don't want it anymore? You don't want it? Okay, give it to Mommy. If you don't want it, give it to Mommy. Hey, you don't have to be mad about it. We'll just put it away. We'll just put it away. Here. Do you want your phone? Take it. 2 hands. 2 hands. Auntie Ray didn't get that for you just for you to break it. You have to use 2 hands. Here. There you go. There you go. The twins could barely breathe. They both felt as if a dumbbell had suddenly been tied to their chest. Sweetheart, what's the matter, honey? Here. 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 Honey. Hey, wait, whoa. Why are we all of a sudden? Here, look. Whee. You can turn. Wow. You can turn. That's right. You can turn. Look at this. Wow. We dropped our phone. That's okay. Look at this. Can you put them all back? Very good. Good job. She's got one of those things where you can move the stuff over, you know. And it usually distracts her for a little bit. And she's about to go for the spinny thing. On one side has a cat, on one side has a dog, and on the third side it's a mirror. So it's kitties, puppies, and mirror baby. What could be better? Kitties, puppies, and mirror baby. I mean, let's be real right now. Those are all the best things in the world. Besides grape and milkies, of course. But who needs a picture of grapes or milkies? Not baby. They both felt as if a dumbbell had been tied to their chests. I have honestly never felt so overwhelmed in my entire life, Connor declared. This is like trying to do a whole summer break packet of homework the day before school starts again, but it's like 1,000 times worse. How are we going to go through all of these? It's not that bad, Alex tried convincing him, but she didn't even convince herself. We just need to start somewhere. You take one side, I'll take the other. Let's just do this. They split and rapidly began looking through the piles and piles of baskets for one with a bark rim. They knew that they didn't have much time and grew more anxious after each second. They had no idea there could be so many shapes and sizes for different baskets. There were some just like snowflakes, each one was different from the next. Alex was paranoid that she had missed it, and Connor kept getting splinters and shouting, "Ugh!" every time it happened. They had been there for almost an hour and still hadn't even covered a fourth of the room. They were making a huge mess, and the room was twice as disorganized now as it had been when they entered it. Wow, look at that. Does it spin? Can you spin it? Can you spin it on your own? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Oh, it's so screamy. Okay, honey. Okay. Here. Very good. This is impossible, Connor yelled, kicking a pile of baskets, and just as he kicked it, the door swung open and the handmaiden returned. Connor and Alex froze. She was appalled at the chaos that they had caused. I don't know what on earth you're doing, but I think it's time for the two of you to leave, she said, and the handmaiden escorted them back to the throne room, and this time she watched them like a hawk as they sat on their stools. Queen Red Riding Hood was literally hanging off her throne and grabbing a hold of Jack's chair as she talked to him. The twins had never seen Jack look so bored and lifeless. Neither of them even noticed the twins' return. Hey, 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 sweetheart, sweetheart. Bunny rabbit? Bless you. Uh-oh. There you go. Bunny's happy. Okay, we're happy with Bunny. You know, Jack, Red said, circling his forearm with her finger, the Red Riding Hood kingdom isn't much without a king. Yep, perhaps you could change the name to the Red Riding Hood Queendom, then, Jack said. Red laughed much harder than she should have. Oh my goodness, you are so funny. But, like, that's not what I meant. What I'm trying to tell you, Jack, is that I've never been more ready to get married than I am today. Sweetheart, you don't have to be upset about the proposal. It's okay. I know it's not as good as Taylor and Travis, but it's still good. It's still good. She's trying. Red's doing her best, okay, honey? I know. Listen, Red Riding Hood doesn't have $32,000, honey, for flowers. It's just not. Okay. Here you go, honey. Ba. Sweetheart, look at mommy. Ba. You want out? You want out? Okay, I'll take you out. Okay, hold on. You can come out. Out. See? Out. Out. Here we go. We are out. Very good. Jeremiah and Belly's wedding. Who's that? I don't know who those people are, but that sounds funny. Interesting. Okay. Hey, you don't have to be so screamy. Here, take this. No screamies. Nobody wants to hear the screamies. Shh. No more screamies, no more screamies, no more screamies. No more screamies, no more screamies, no more screamies. Very good. I've never been more ready to get married. Like, if someone asked me for my hand in marriage today, I would totally say yes. Like, do you know anyone who might be interested in marrying me? Like, in being a king? Anyone? Okay. Are we done for the day? Is that what you're trying to tell Mommy? You're done for the day? Mommy was trying to finish. You don't want to finish this chapter? Okay. I'm sorry, guys. She's not having it. She is past the point of allowing me to do this. Yeah. Okay, no more. We won't do any more. Okay. Oh, I haven't seen it. You guys have a great day. We'll finish that and do the other chapter tomorrow. I'm hoping that tomorrow... Oh, no, wait. I don't think we have book club tomorrow because we're going to Disneyland with Becca and all that. Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you, we won't have book club tomorrow, but we'll be back on Friday, and hopefully she'll be so tired from Disneyland that she'll sleep through it. Okay, say bye-bye, everybody. We love you guys.